Welcome back. Having unpacked environmental, social, and governance factors in Module 2, we understand what ESG entails. Now we tackle the critical question driving so much global attention. Why does it matter so profoundly for business success? How does performance on these E, S, and G factors translate into tangible value? The context has changed dramatically. ESG performance is no longer optional, it's demanded by key stakeholders. Investors globally, led strongly by regions like Europe, are integrating ESG data into their analysis, viewing it as essential for assessing long-term value and risks. Customers increasingly align spending with their values, rewarding brands they trust. Employees, especially top talent, gravitate towards organizations with a clear purpose beyond profit. And regulators worldwide are implementing stricter disclosure rules and performance standards. The message is clear. Stakeholders expect businesses to be accountable for their ESG impact. Summarizing this, it means the driving force is stakeholders' expectations are rising globally. Investors are looking for performance and risk. Customers are looking for brand trust and values. Employees are looking for purpose and retention. Regulators are looking for compliance and standards. This intense focus isn't just about pressure. It's because strong ESG performance demonstrably creates tangible value and mitigates risk. Let's break down how. It starts with attracting investment and lower cost of capitals. So companies excel in ESG often attract more investment. They tap into a massive pool of sustainable capital and may achieve a lower cost of capital, as investors and lenders view them as less risky, long prospects. Investors often use data from specialized ESG rating agencies like MSCI or Sustainalytics to inform these decisions. Though it's good to be aware their approaches can differ. Another topic is linked to enhancing brand and reputation. Strong, authentic ESG action significantly enhances brand reputation and builds stakeholder trust. In today's increasingly transparent world, demonstrated responsibility resonates deeply, fostering customer loyalty and strengthening the company's social license to operate. The third element is attracting and retaining talent. People want to work for companies making a positive difference. Strong performance on social factors, the S factor, like fair labor practices, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and demonstrating purpose beyond profit is key to attracting and retaining top talent globally. Towards employer of choice, increased productivity and morale, lower turnover costs. Driving operational efficiency is linked to ESG initiatives, particularly environmental ones, lead directly to operational efficiencies. Reducing energy or water consumption, minimizing waste throughout the value chain, sustainable packaging demanded by retailers, for example, or optimizing logistics doesn't just benefit the planet. It cuts operating costs. It's all about resource optimization. Waste reduction is cost saving. Energy reduction is cost savings. Take into account also your value chain. Another relevant topic is fostering innovation and new opportunities. Tackling sustainability challenges inherently drives innovation. It pushes companies to develop new sustainable products, services, and business models, potentially opening up completely new markets and providing a competitive edge. Through new sustainable products and services, access to new markets and competitive advantage can be gained. Next relevant topic is linked to strategic or strengthening risk management. Proactive ESG management is fundamentally about smarter risk management. It helps organizations anticipate, mitigate, and adapt to a widening range of risks, from the physical impacts of climate change and resource scarcity to shifting regulations, potential reputational crises, and disruptions within their global value chains. Mitigates operational, regulatory, reputational value chain risk. It's about builds resilience. Building value chain resilience is about leading companies who understand their impact extends beyond their own operations. Collaborating with suppliers on ESG standards, For example, improving traceability, ensuring fair labor, reducing shared environmental footprint, builds strong resilience throughout the entire value chain. Supplier stability and collaboration reduce disruption, risk, and enhances transparency. So linking to broader goals, which means achieving success across these drivers, doesn't just benefit the company. It contributes to broader societal goals, aligning business value creation with aspirations like the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Let's illustrate with quick examples. Consider a large Asian electronic manufacturer that heavily invested in renewable energy across its facilities, significantly cutting operational costs and attracting sustainability-focused investors. Or think of a European food company that enhances supply chain transparency and fair labor practices. It is boosting its brand reputation amongst conscious consumers. So when we look at these examples, we look at an Asia tech company, we move from renewables, which is focused on the E, lowering costs, which means operational efficiency, is becoming more an investor appealing. When we look at the European food company, supply chain transparency enhances brand reputation. We have covered 7 key ways ESG drives value. Now pause and reflect for a moment. Which one or two of these value drivers seem most compelling or immediately relevant in your specific organizational context or industry? To help you remember these key connections, we have prepared a downloadable checklist summarizing the ESG value drivers available alongside this module. Some food for thought. Which value drivers are most relevant to you? So, integrating ESG is clearly far more than a cost center or simple compliance exercise. It is a strategic imperative, increasingly recognized as fundamental to managing risk, driving financial performance, fostering innovation, building resilience, and ultimately creating sustainable long-term value for the business and its stakeholders. Brief summarizing, ESG is a strategic value driver focusing on long-term value and resilience. Managing risks unlocks opportunities, builds trust, and drives performance. Understanding why ESG creates value is essential motivation. But how do you translate this understanding into practical action? How does an organization actually begin this journey of integration? That crucial how-to is exactly what we'll tackle in Module 4, Getting Started. This was Module 3, the ESG value proposition. Coming up next is Module 4, Getting Started.